Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be testing Noire on the GeForce GTX 950. If you want to see how it runs on the GeForce GTX 750 Ti, check the description below. I left a link to that video there. And for PS monitoring, I'm using Cam. If you want to learn how to use it, click on the top right corner of the video where the Cam logo is, or check the description below if you want to learn more. So, Noire by Rockstar Games, Team Bondi. The PC port was a mess back then, now most of the issues are solved. Let's start with display mode. I will start with 4K, then 1440p, then 1080p, just to show you. Then we have anti-aliasing, we have off 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, whatever. I turn it off here since for some reason it makes the GPU usage too low and I cannot reach the desired frame rate. Then anisotropic filtering we have 1x, 2x, 3x and 4x. I will assume that 4x here means 16 times anisotropic. Then SSAO we have on or off, which is screen space ambient occlusion, the ambient occlusion quality on or off. Then we have global level of detail, we have, well, it changes everything. We have performance, which is the fastest, which means the highest frame rate. Balance, which is a mix between both, and quality, which is the highest preset. So we're still with quality, we have everything at the maximum, as you can see, with no FXAA. So we apply the settings and we are jump into the game. Remember that this game is capped at 30 frames per second. Let me explain you why. The game runs at 30 frames per second because if you can remember from this game, they have really good facial expressions. So they use a bunch of cameras in order to, with actors, and those cameras were recording video at 30 frames per second. So if you put the game at 60 frames per second, the voice and the faces won't be synced. It will be out of sync. I tried it already, and there are some also problem with the physics in the game. So yeah, we better run it at 30 frames per second. I ran into issues, as I told you, with uncapped frame rates. Let me move cam for a second. There we go. As you can see here, we're getting stable 30 frames per second for now. The GPU usage is 92%, which is totally fine. That means we're not going below 30 yet. Let's hope that maintains that way. I'm using a Xbox 360 controller on my PC. And as you can see, the game so far is running fine. Here, there's the cinematic. So as you can see, it's daytime. Let's shoot these guys. Come on, show up. Waiting for you. You're down. I don't... Shit. I'm stupid, I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. I don't even remember how to put in cover. There we go. Well, as you can see, the GPU usage is at 100%, so we're pretty much at the limit of our GPU. Remember that I'm recording, that takes... well, a little GPU usage, so keep that in mind. When I'm not recording, the game runs better, 3 to 5 FPS boost. In this case, you won't notice anything, since I'm running it at 30 frames per second. Well, as you can see, the game runs fine, no problems whatsoever so far. Yeah, I'm just breaking stuff to let them out. I got him. I don't know how I did that, but whatever. He's over there. Let's use the pistol. Fuck this shotgun. Almost there. I think I got him. Oh, there's another one. Hang on. Let me get into cover. Come on, get down. Don't be a moron. There we go. Yeah, there it dropped to 28 frames per second, but remember that I'm recording. That takes a little hit to the frame rate. Remember that I'm running the game at 4K. So it's an insanely high resolution. For some reason, the pause menu, the loading screens, and all that kind of stuff is not capped at 30 frames per second. So I don't know what to talk about here. Well, that was one of the cases. As you can see here, we get an FPS, well, 25 frames per second. Let me see in the main menu. The main menu, we're fine. Okay, hang on. Let me see. No, this one. I'll keep playing the game, so I'll show you the rest of the places. I'll skip some cinematics. There we should be introduced into the open world. We'll have some cinematics going along the way. This is pretty much the tutorial, but as you can see right now the game is running fine and we're using 4K. I'll go down to 1440p later, but the game won't go anything past 30 frames per second, unfortunately. We don't have any chance of that. That's kinda shitty, but at least we can play the game at 4K on a budget PC, which is insane. I mean, really insane. I didn't expect to run this at 4K anytime soon, but it does, so that's awesome. And that's one of the guys at 2.5 man. What the fuck? Okay. Let me play the game, please. That's all I want for now. Yeah, go here quick. My bit process, blah 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 blah. I don't care. Let's see how it runs in the city once they allow us to play. Okay, let's flip a little. Yeah, so far so good. We're not getting FPS issues. We're looking at farther away. So yeah, I have to say this game will run fine all the way through. At least that's what it seems. Yeah, let's revise this, dude. Well, now we drop into 25 frames per second, but remember, a 3 to 5 FPS boost without recording. But as you can see here, my GPU is at 87%, but the FPS are at 25. It makes no sense. There should be like 10% of the GPU without being used, so there's a problem there with the game. For some reason it drops here. I mean, look at that. Just when I look closely. Let me see if I can fix that. It must be because of the recording. Remember, I'm recording, so that's FPS hit. Let me see. Maybe if I load the shadows, that might be fixed. Yeah, it does. Okay, so lowering the shadows to balanced should do the job. Shadows still looks pretty nice, so I don't have an issue with that. If you want to run the game at 4K, you can. But again, we dropped to 26. Yeah, this seems to be an optimization issue here. Alright, whatever. Let's switch into 1440p now. Let me go into the graphics. We get this into quality. Yes, please. Apply the change settings. Let me go into 1440p, please. There we go, 1440p, the highest setting. No FXAA, of course, because it destroyed the frame rate for me for some reason. Alright, we're at 1440p. Let's stand up. Okay, we're getting 30s, but now we're using kinda 60% of the GPU. So the GPU is just kinda laughing at this game right now. Even we are running in at 2K and it's insanely fast. I mean, insanely high performance in comparison to what you would think about a terribly optimized game for its time. Yeah, so far, so good. I mean, the game is capped at 30, so there's nothing we can do about that. Let me see if there's anything else. Nah. Okay. But yeah, 1440p, no issues whatsoever. There's a gun in here. Yeah, I already played this game like 3 times in a row. I love this game, as you can see, but yeah, move it like that. As you can see, it runs fine, no complaints, more than the 30 FPS luck, but since they explained that it was due to the face detection software they used on their actors, it makes sense. I mean, if the cameras were locked at 30 frames per second while doing the motion capture for the face, the audio would be out of sync, so I can understand that. Yeah, I don't give a shit about your boss.
You are.
Club is Galetta. Alright. Yeah, I know how to read my notebooks. Thanks, game. Can I play now, please? Thanks.
You think you could tell me exactly what happened?
Oh yeah, this game is fantastic. You can get it on sale for pretty cheap. I got it like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I don't remember correctly, for $5 on a Steam sale. So I mean, you can get it very cheap, even on key sites like G2A or Kingwin. Very cheap game. I got it for $5. Totally worth it. A pretty awesome game. And about that GPU can run it, so you have nothing to worry about. Oh yeah, fantastic game if you like the detective games. It's not like a GTA on the past. Keep that in mind. But you're lying.
You know what happened.
You're going to tell me.
You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong.
I really can't.
Prove different.
Yes. Haha, your pearl earrings, Miss Galetta. You've been paying for them for a whole year.
Stop lying.
That's stupid if you ask me.
Oh God, I won't lose the earrings, will I?
But yeah, so far so good. Outside the game runs fine. GPU usage around 60%. Outside 1440p. So, whoops. Hang on a second. Let me change into 1080p because why not? Nah, maybe later. I'm sorry, guys.
He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr.
I wish I could
Gates
skip
goes
this.
in. Mr. Kulu
So
gets
you'll have
very
to
angry.
see it anyway.
They start yelling at
Bummer.
each other. Mr.
But
Gates
yeah, as you can see, the acting and the motion capture on the actors is fantastic. Nothing to say about that. Flawless work.
We get back here.
They look like real
I hear a
people.
loud bang.
But you can tell that it was done with cameras,
I hear another bang.
not 3D models.
And another.
I mean, they just kept the actor still while recording their faces, and the body was added later, so it looks kind of unnatural
Wait.
sometimes.
Everything? You
Like the
got
bodies were added later.
River?
Okay, let me see. I'll drive a little.
Is somebody gonna tell us what the hell's going on?
Okay, so if I drive fast, it should drop the frame rate. Oh, so far so good. Nothing to worry about here. Yeah, just fine. I don't see any issues here. Yeah, let's destroy some stuff. Yeah, nothing to worry about. It's not even hitting 60% GPU usage. Let's go into 1080p, because why not? I won't go below 1080p. It will run fine on 1080p, won't go any further than 30 frames per second, as you can know. But whatever. 1080p is the most famous resolution out there, from what I can tell. Let's use FXAA too, because why not? Some FXAA in this case should help. Alright. So 1080p, we're getting 30 frames per second. Yeah. Magic, huh? Yeah, no, not really. Yeah, it runs totally fine. You have nothing to worry about. As you can see, the GPU usage is not even 50%. If you don't use FXAA, it will be even lower. So yeah, just buy this game when it's on sale for $5. I will even pay $30 for this game. Just fantastic. I wish it could run fine at 60, but I cannot do that due to the explanation I told you a few minutes ago. But yeah, game runs fine, so nothing to cry about here. You can even play at the 4K. So yeah, perfect. Yeah, I was honestly very surprised when the game ran fine at 4K. I was shocked. I know you know why. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for now. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.